Nowadays, iftar is one of the religious observances of the holy month and is often done as a community, with people gathering to break their fast together right after Maghrib time or sunset. It normally begins by eating a couple of dates and drinking a glass of water. But since iftar has become a commercially viable venture, hotels and restaurants across the country annually offer a variety of buffets that showcase conventional and non-conventional food items. In keeping with the tradition, however, many accommodate and fuse the old with the new, mixing together the different flavors of Arabia.
Becoming part of the community here is one of the precepts that we want to share what we have and give to one another, and actually aligns very well with Ramadan. At this time of the year, it's very important for all of us to reflect on what we do and what we're doing, and to look towards one another for help and assistance and guidance, and give to each other all we can. Ramadan provides us an opportunity to share a little bit of ourselves to the community. So that's why it's important to us to show what we can do, from the flavors of the food to the personality of our associates to actually the atmosphere we can provide.
Many establishments adapt a combination of old world and modern approach in keeping with the Arabic theme that allow guests to feel closer to their roots.
One of the things is our za'atar cake, which is something our pastry chef has come up with, and he's created that using fresh za'atar, which is a local herb here in Dubai and the Emirates. We've also stuck to a little bit of some more of the traditional items, shawarma for some of our guests, but the main focus being on fresh, quality-driven produce.
It is common to see a vast spread of authentic Arabic dishes, beginning with the appetizers ranging from hot and cold mezes to salads and traditional soups. Favorites that are must-haves include the hummus, tabbouleh, an assortment of cheese, and of course, the shorbat adas or lentil soup. The main course is usually comprised of meat dishes, mainly lamb and chicken. The dessert section is also filled with all sweet things imaginable, boasting of a variety of fruits, cakes, and pastries.
Unfortunately, here there are lots of sweets that are filled with sugar and molasses and fat and all of that. So if they are going to eat these foods, we would like them to limit the amount. You know, like with the gaymat, which is a donut whole type of dessert. If they eat, instead of eating 10 of them, to eat 2, and the 2 will be equivalent to 1 serving of carbs, you know. That means that they have to cut back on other types of foods when they eat those kinds of sweets.
And in keeping with history, the well-loved fast food staple across the Middle East is a constant feature. Shawarma is an Arab sandwich wrap filled with meat shavings, commonly of lamb or chicken. It is made by alternately stacking strips of fat and pieces of seasoned meat on a rotating spit. An onion or tomato is sometimes placed on top of the stack for additional flavoring. As the smell of the slowly roasting meat permeates the air, the cooked part is shaved off the stack with a large knife and is collected from a round tray below. There's also a live cooking station for falafel, another favorite in the region. It is a patty made of ground chickpeas and usually served in bread or eaten alone as a snack or served as part of a meza. The Arabic coffee is also one of the many standard items during iftar that is believed to aid in digestion.
For a non-Muslim expatriate as such, we tend to sort of have tabbouleh on the table, some hot and cold meza in order for people to start with. That'll be anything from tabbouleh, murtabel, hummus, some cheese and meats and busuk, and then that'll go on to sort of the bigger buffet, which will include larger composed salads, desserts, soups, falafel, which is the deep-fried chickpeas. Also this year we've got chickpeas Beiruti, which is a chickpea yogurt mix, which is done up with some pita croutons, which is really good, tasty.
But an Arabic meal is not complete without bread. Fondly called Mama Radia, a chef originally from Lebanon, is among those who play an important role of maintaining the traditional vibe. Every year, she makes this bread known as saj and serves it to the guests, just like they used to in the past when life was much simpler. Every day, she makes the dough, kneads it, stretches it onto a mold, and then transfers it into an open dome-shaped metal griddle. The saj bread is usually large, about 2 feet in diameter and paper thin. Once it is done, the freshly baked warm bread is folded, placed in a basket or a bag, and then served.
One of the traditional and famous dishes in recent years is after having the iftar is having sambusa. Sambusa, as you are aware, it's influenced from East Asia, India and Pakistan. But Emiratis have also, the Emirati cuisine, I would say, have also added their own touch to the sambusa. So they would add cheese sambusa, different types of sambusa fillings with it. And after that, they would usually have the most traditional dishes, which is farid and haris. Farid is a haris, if I would summarize it, it's a must. I mean, I could not imagine a Ramadan without farid and haris.
The choices are immense. While there are many fancy places available, there are those who prefer to experience the old way of breaking fast with cultural interaction along with some hearty and authentic Emirati food. At present, iftar is widely associated with socialization, and all these activities and events contribute to the atmosphere that allows people to relax and enjoy with family and friends until the next day of fasting begins once more. At the Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding, guests are able to experience and understand the Emirati customs while enjoying the taste of local dishes.
They usually really love the food, and they usually tell me it's the type of food that it's really hard to find in Dubai because of the traditional aspect and local of it, and a lot of international restaurants are based in Dubai, so you would not find easily haris and farid, and even you would have it, you still don't have the home-touched cooking food for it.
Another kind of iftar meal that has a solid following is the variety of fried food items. The Asian pakuras and samosas are just some of these that finish quickly as soon as cafeterias and restaurants put them out on display. However, caution is advised before ordering another helping of these crispy favorites. While all the lavish spread may seem tempting, eating more than one's fill is heavily discouraged. According to experts, Islam teaches people to divide their stomachs when eating and only fill a third with food, a third with water, and a third with air. Leaving the table just slightly hungry does have basis according to experts.
As part of the habits in this culture, people do have lots of visiting to do after iftar, and every time they go to visit friends, family and friends, they offer them sweets and food and all of that. So we just want to remind them that if you're not hungry, don't eat.
The question is always, as we say, do we live for eating or eat for living?